You woke up with good intentions today. You were going to eat clean, focus, get things done. And by 4 p.m., you caved on everything. So your brain said, lazy. Your boss would say, no discipline. Your motivational podcast said, you just don't want it enough. They're all wrong. What actually happened has a name. And once you know it, you'll never judge yourself the same way again. In the 1990s, psychologist Roy Baumeister ran a series of experiments that quietly changed how we understand human behavior. His finding? Willpower is not a character trait, it's a resource. And like any resource, it runs out. He called it ego depletion. The idea is simple. Every decision you make, every temptation you resist, every moment you force focus, it draws from the same mental tank. And when the tank hits empty, your brain doesn't wave a white flag, it doesn't warn you. It just starts making bad calls, quietly, without your permission. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Baumeister's team brought students into a lab. The room smelled like fresh-baked chocolate chip cookies. On the table, a bowl of cookies and a bowl of radishes. Half the students were told to eat only the radishes, resisting the cookies the whole time. The other half ate whatever they wanted. Then both groups were given a difficult geometry puzzle, one that was actually unsolvable. The cookie group kept trying for an average of 19 minutes. The radish group, the ones who'd spent energy resisting, gave up after 8 minutes. Same puzzle, same people, completely different performance. The only difference? One group had already spent their willpower. Now let's talk about 3 of the most disciplined people in recent history. Mark Zuckerberg wears the same gray t-shirt almost every day. Barack Obama, during his presidency, wore only gray or blue suits. Steve Jobs, black turtleneck, every single day. Were they just weird? No, they were protecting their tank. Obama literally said it himself. I don't want to make decisions about what I'm eating or wearing, because I have too many other decisions to make. They understood something your university never put on a syllabus. Every trivial decision you make costs the same mental currency as an important one. What to eat for breakfast? Which email to answer first? Whether to reply to that text now or later, it all goes on the same tab. Here's what nobody tells you about depletion. It doesn't feel like exhaustion. It feels like you. You don't think, I'm depleted right now. You think, I don't care anymore. You think, it's fine, just this once. You think, I'll start fresh tomorrow. That's not weakness, that's biology. Judges in a study, real judges, deciding real paroles, granted parole to about 65% of prisoners at the start of the day. By the end of the day, without food or rest breaks, that number dropped to nearly 0. Same cases, same evidence, same judges, different tank levels. So why didn't anyone teach you this? Because universities still operate on a 19th century model of human behavior. Work harder, push through. Discipline is a muscle, train it. And yes, discipline matters, but you can't train a muscle you've already torn. The missing piece is this. Performance is not just about effort. It's about timing, sequencing, and recovery. Elite athletes don't just train harder than you. They structure their days so that the hardest physical output happens when their body is most capable. Your brain needs the same respect. So what actually works? 3 things, backed by the research. 1. Put your hardest, most important decisions first. Before the day depletes you. Protect that window like it's a meeting with someone you can't reschedule. 2. Reduce decision volume. Automate the trivial. What you wear, what you eat, what time you start, take these off the table. Every decision you eliminate saves resources for the ones that matter. 3. Recognize depletion signals. When you notice yourself not caring, cutting corners, or reaching for easy, that's not who you are. That's an empty tank. Stop, reset, eat, rest, then decide. You were never lazy. You were just running a high-performance machine on an empty tank and calling yourself broken when it stalled.